the show 2017, and have followed my progress with MLB 16 when I started broadcasting these games on YouTube for everybody, and just a lowdown on the rosters, and I'll show you who's still here and who is gone. And we're going to start off really quick. Here is David Price. He's actually starting in this game that we're getting ready to play. And Evan Longoria and Chris Archer, Will Myers, Scott Kazmir, Ben Zobrist, Alex Torres. I actually had to retype in his name. The game, when I transferred my save file over, it changed his name to someone else, to a goofy name, and I changed it. And I tried to do the best I can to kind of recreate. He don't really look like him too much, but I tried the best I could. But he's still here. And Elvin Santana, he is a if everybody remembers, he played on the Atlanta Braves in the World Series in the last season that I played on MLB 16, and we signed him. He was a free agent. We had to let go of Matt Moore because of his contract was so big if we were to re-sign him. So he's actually currently playing on Miami, so that's a sad face, but it is what it is, and I hope Matt Moore has a good season on here. We'll probably see him when we play Miami. Kelly King, I got him. I traded Victor Martinez, and everybody might be saying, why did you trade Victor? To me, he just didn't have too well of a good season last season. I mean, it wasn't stellar like it was the previous seasons I've used him, so he's gone. He is actually on the Yankees. I traded him to get Kelly King, which is a pretty good trade-off, and he was actually pretty good in spring training, so hoping some good stuff out of him. And of course our closer is still Jake McGee. This is a contract year for McGee. And Matt Joyce, he's still here. He's got a lifetime contract pretty much. He's got a 10-year deal. He's third year on his deal. Wade Davis, this is only a 1-year deal. I brought him back. And there's Dribble Cabrera. This contract, Navarro, I can't pronounce his first name, forgive me, but he's still here. He's still got 3 seasons left with us. And Jaso, which I don't think is, well, next year will be his final season unless we re-sign him. And pickup we got, I'm actually surprised the Milwaukee Brewers released Matt Garza, so I brought him back. He struggled in spring training, sad to say, but I'm hoping for some good stuff out of him, and he kind of settled down. I kind of shortened his workload in spring training, which seemed to help, so we'll see after spring training. So he will be starting the Toronto series, one of them games. And Brad Boxberger, he's back. Brandon Gomes, once again, same thing as like Alex Torres. I had to rename him and remake I think I only gave him 3 years. So he'll still be here for next 2 seasons after this. Kiermaier, he's back again. He's going to be our new primary center fielder. We released Angel Pagan and Daniel Murphy. And another prospect, Gerald Talbot, I can't pronounce his name. And Dickerson, he's back. He's got 1 more year on his deal after this year. And Trey Barnett, I brought him back for a 5-year deal. He had a good rookie season. Spring training, he kind of struggled a little bit. It doesn't seem like he has the powers he had last season, but it'll shape up, and hopefully. And he's going to be playing back up to Loney on first and back up to Longoria on third if need to be, as well as DHing. That's my current plan. and Jordan Fabregas. He actually can hit. I let him play a couple spring training games. He can hit, but he's really slow. So, for right now, he's back with the Bulls. Joe Francisco, another Durham Bull, and another player that it's renamed to that name. I can't remember who that player was supposed to be, but whatever. Good luck to him. And Doug Castle, I brought him back, gave him a 5-year deal. He's a rising prospect for us. He had a good rookie season last season, and he's one of our relievers. Sanchez, Tant Sanchez, I can't pronounce that name. They come up with these weird names for players. Tim whatever, I can't pronounce that either. And Steve Pierce, I signed him. He had an awful spring training. I'm really disappointed. And right now he's going to be playing on Durham. And unless, something happens to Barnett or Loney, right now that's where he's going to stay unless they get into a slump and I got to bring him up or whatever. And Mark Pena, he's still here. Michael Dunham, he's another backup first baseman prospect. Luis Lopez. These are just Durham Bull players right now, and that's it. And I ain't even going to run by the Yankee lineup. We'll just go ahead and start this. I don't want to make this video too long, but we'll show you the calendar right here. And it is the same schedule as what the Tampa Bay Rays 2017 schedule is, other than the dates are messed up, because I believe opening day was the 2nd or the 4th of the real season, but I know because I actually went to that game. So, but either way, we'll start on Sunday the 7th. So that's the first look of April, and we actually got a couple MLB Network games, which is good. And just to show you what the schedule is real quick, and of course we'll have the All-Star game in Miami. Actually, this is where they're at right now. The Rio Rays are playing against the Boston Red Sox, and I actually work at Tropicana Field, so I'll be back there tomorrow, so there will not be a live broadcast tomorrow, just to let you all know. It'll be a mixture of on and off vids, so I apologize for everybody, that expect a video every day. It's not going to be every day. It'll be maybe a couple videos a week, maybe, if I'm lucky. It's just when I get a free time to post a video for everybody. So please like my videos, and also I'm using my hotspot, using my mobile data. So please like this video, and please subscribe, everybody. I'd like to make a very good YouTube channel with my show here, with my own creation, as well as other gaming videos like my NASCAR Heat vids that I got out, and I will hopefully put more videos up on there too. So without me yakking, let's start the game here, and let's go to full game, because I always play every game, and that was our record last season. We had 140 wins and 22 losses, and the Yankees, they had a fair season, but they couldn't catch us. I mean, with that record, you ain't gonna catch us. But they had a fair season, 81 and 81. So we're gonna wear the baby blues because it's a Sunday game, just like the opening day of this year rather, 2017, and Tropicana Field, MLB Network. David Price will be starting for us, and it'll be against Tanaka. And probably Tanaka's hoping he's going to have a better game this time. He didn't have a good game when he played the real Rays this year for opening day, so. And this is our lineups, and are we going to keep this lineup? I think we will. Yeah, I think I'll keep that lineup. And the Yankee lineup, you can see there, they got Wilson Ramos and Pedro Alvarez. Mark Teixeira, I had to add in his name on what was his player to start with and try to remake him, so I'm gonna say 70 to 80% close of the visual of what Mark Teixeira was. I would think after this season he will retire, so we'll see. Now the players that did lose their lives on the Royals, I forget his name, as well as Jose Fernandez on the Marlins. I didn't, out of respect to them, I did not try to remake them, so they'll play in spirit on here, just in a different name. So let's get the video started here, and here's the lineups. Eric Estrada is still on the Yankees. This is his third straight year, or fourth straight year with the Yankees on here. I believe it's second or third. Yeah, it's third straight. And of course Brett Gardner and Reggio Nunez, or Reggio, that. And here we go.
MLB Network coming your way from Tropicana Field here in St. Petersburg, Florida. Opening day is here as we get the new season underway with a good matchup between the New York Yankees and the Rays. Hello again, everybody. Baseball is back. Welcome to our special opening day broadcast on MLB Network. I'm joined by Dan Plesac. And Dan, as we get things going this season, it's pitching that has to be key if this team's going to have success.
Well, you
our
know,
stats from last season.
And defense are keys to success in the long run. As we take a look at their arms, I see a lot of reason for optimism. A lot can happen over the course of the season, but if these guys stay healthy and pitch to their abilities, they should be in pretty good shape.
The game's count starting now. Opening day on MLB Network, and it's coming up next.
And there it is, everybody, our 2017 Tampa Bay Rays. Look at that. Let's get this started, everybody.
The crowd is ready to erupt as their guys get set to take the field. Let's join public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now, your 2017 Tampa Bay Rays.
I will say this real quick. I am happy they got where it says the right year on season mode on here. 2017 Tampa Bay.
Assignment here to begin the new year.
I will not talk too much. I'll let the broadcasters do all the talking, but I will jump in and say a couple things.
With that, here's a look at the Yankees starting lineup.
During the game. So here we go.
First win.
Matt, this is a scary lineup. They've got power and they have speed. They score runs in all different ways. They hit the ball in the ballpark and they score balls in the gap when you have a runner at first base. That's what speed, power combination can do. It's a very tough lineup.
David Price gets the call to pitch here on opening day in front of the hometown crowd. What do we need to know here, HR?
Well, Matt, we're watching a guy who's the reigning champion of the Cy Young in the American League last year. He's the American League Cy Young Award winner. That speaks volumes to his stuff and how he gets himself ready for games. He's always prepared, lineups are afraid of him, and regardless if he's having a good outing or not, the stuff carries. So I want to see him have a good outing today. All right, time for the majestic defensive alignment for the Rays. And yes, they are moving all over the field. They love to shift heavily into the analytics, and they really move players around playing the percentages. You'll see that a lot in this game today.
Yes, you heard it right.
Man Jacoby Ellsbury, and we are ready for baseball from Tropicana Field.
That David Price won the Cy Young Award last season. Had an incredible year last season. Actually pitched a perfect game last season, which I do not have that video on YouTube, but I did do that. And let's get on with the game.
And the first pitch of the ball game is taken for a called strike one, and a new season of baseball is underway. Price ready with the 0-1. And now a bunt attempt here as he gets this one down. And the throw to first will get Ellsbury as he's gone, trying to bunt his way aboard. Stepping into the box, Rick Estrada. And a good idea to hold off on that swing. It's ball one.
It looked like he was trying to go the opposite way on that pitch. Good job of laying off that check swing, seeing it wasn't something he wanted to really drive the other way.
Good cut fastball in there, 1-1. And there are the umpires assigned to this one. Calling balls and strikes is Mr. Mike Fillmore.
Now, Fillmore's an interesting case. I call him one of those guys that calls the corners. A little wider, but up and down, he's not giving you much. So if you just put a little square up there, that's him.
A wave and a miss, a tick behind a good fastball. Hard hit ball to second. Zobrist has it on to first, and the Price is right here, 2 away.
Third, the catcher, number 40, Wilson Ramos.
Striding in, Wilson Ramos. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. And a cut fastball in there for a strike. It's 0-1. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Foul tip held on to behind the plate. It's strike two. And now a pitch on the way. Sliced hard on the ground. Zobrist is there. Throw on to Loney will take care of him at first, and the side is retired.
1, 2, 3 innings.
1, 2, 3 go the Bombers.
I just said that.
In the Yankees half of the first, Tampa Bay's first set of swings back after this on MLB Network.
And yes, Joe Madden's back again for another season.
Harold, what's the key for him against one of the best starters in the game?
The best coach in Tampa Bay history in my book.
About speed from top to bottom. They will bunt, they will hit and run, they'll play that small ball game and go after you. But also, you leave a guy at second and you blink, he's on third. They love to run, they're coming after you.
Masahiro Tanaka is on the mound for the season opener on the road in this one. What's your take on him, H?
Well, Matt, he's going to have his rough outage from time to time. ERA last year, it's a little under 4, but the thing about it is he's going to take the ball. Give me the ball, I'm going to take my knocks, but I'm going to keep you in the game, and that's what I'm looking for him to do in this ball game. Keep him in the game, give him a chance to win. All right, here's how the Yanks line up defensively, brought to you by Majestic. And behind the plate is Wilson Ramos. Great hands, quick feet. He's really becoming one of the best catchers in the league right now. Defensively, that is.
Here's Matt Joyce now. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
And leading up for the Rays, left fielder, Matt Joyce.
As expected, they are going to put the shift on for Matt Joyce.
In there, 0-1.
Could have wanted that.
Nothing in one count. Here it comes. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the 1-1 now to Joyce. And did he go around? No, he did not. Ball 2. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. And he just gets a piece there as this is chopped foul. swinging on the
Got him on the splitter.
and that's out number 1.
That's just quality pitching right there for that strikeout. As we look at all 5 pitches, notice the low.
Excuse me, everybody.
Some guys are real good low ball hitters, but more often than not,
I'm actually
keeping the ball down is going to
battling like a little bit of a cold today, so excuse me for that one. I had a stuffy nose there.
Here's Ben Zobrist now, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1.
I agree, Zobrist. Zobrist kind of had a slow spring, but it's going to be an off and on year, I think, for Ben this year.
Now a check swing, but he holds up in time. Ball 1.
Well, you're in trouble at the plate if you fall behind this guy 0-2. So that was a
But he's
good job to
Zorilla,
hold up
so
right
I
there.
know he'll do good, regardless. Ah,
And this is going to be a foul ball in amongst the spectators.
A little bit too anxious there.
1 out, nobody on. Lays off 2-2 now. All even at 2-2. Here it is. And a half-hearted attempt that time, but they'll say he broke the plane, and that's out number 2.
Looks like that we're going to have maybe a tough time with Tanaka's split-fingered.
Right there next to bang bang place at first as the most difficult calls for him to make. Taking a look at show motion, the batter doesn't appear to hold up enough, so I think the call was right.
In is the third baseman, Evan Longoria. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low, it's ball 1. He'll attempt to put the ball in play for a change here with the first 2 guys going down on strikes to start the inning.
Longoria's going to have another good year on there.
And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
I think he had 63 or 64 homers last season. And got 11 in spring training.
Tanaka sets his sights. 2-0 on its way. 3-0 now.
Will Myers is on deck.
And now pitch on the way. And a good spot for that pitch is it's chopped foul. And the good fastball there finds the zone as the count goes full now. 3-2.
He might want that pitch back up and away. That's a pitch you can really drive if you have the right approach towards that opposite field gap.
One is down just a hair.
Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch.
There you go. That's far.
Ellsbury will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. Rays go in order, 1, 2, 3. Still no score. In now is Pedro Alvarez. He'll be the one to lead it off against David Price here in the inning.
Number 24, Pedro Alvarez.
Now the first pitch here from Price. And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time. And he gets him to swing through that one. He's in control, 0-2.
That's a high strike on a curveball right there. If he continues to throw that pitch, we won't be mentioning his name very much longer in this game. He's going to have to get
hit
that
it.
ball down to be effective.
And he takes strike 3
Like that.
on the fastball, 1 gone.
Bye-bye,
As
Alvarez.
they say, there's a hole in his swing in that location, so a good job there of exploiting that. That can be real hard for some guys to overcome when teams start figuring out what locations you just can't handle.
And there's, like I said, Mark Teixeira.
Into the
So-
box, Mark Teixeira.
I'm actually surprised the audio for Teixeira is still on this game.
Well, if you can throw it for a strike consistently, a first pitch changeup is effective. Hitters are almost never
Actually, I
looking
don't
for it.
think his number's right. I think it's 19 if I'm correct. But
And
there's
that
a
one
treat
stayed
for you
2-0.
guys. There's your old Yankee player, Mark Teixeira. At least he's sticking around for this season on here.
The 1-1 from Price. Looks like he swung it underwater that time for strike 2.
That's a great pitch right there. A fastball low and away right on the knees on the corner. That's why you get a late swing right there. Really impressive.
So he sets him down swinging. Mark Teixeira goes down for out number 2 in the top half.
Well, there's nothing like seeing a good power pitcher that has a good fastball. And what does he do? He just throws his good fastball right by, brings the express. No chance to put that ball in play.
Here's Brett Gardner now. Now a bunt attempt here. And
Sit down, Gardner.
So that didn't go quite according to plan, and with it, the inning is over. So nothing happening this time around. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2, and we are tied 0-0.
As David Price has took down the first 6. Will Myers starts off the bottom of the second.
He'll be the one to lead off against Masahiro Tanaka. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Great tilt on the slider on the inside corner. And Dan, that's a pretty good example of why he's such a great pitcher.
Yeah, stuff. Stuff is obviously the important key to being dominant on the mound, but it doesn't mean a whole lot if you don't have outstanding control to go along with it. But he does, and he really spotted that pitch.
And this ball's heading for the seats down the right side as the count will move to 0-2 now.
Oh, man, I think he thought he was going to get another breaker ball right there. He's a little bit late on that fastball. That's a nice pitch, though, following that breaker pitch to keep him off balance with the heater.
And they'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2. Here it comes. Swung on, and he went fishing in the dirt. The throw to first is in time.
I
One
slipped
down.
on the button. I really wasn't going to swing at that, but nevertheless, Myers is down swinging.
In now, Trey Barnett.
The start of sophomore year for Trey Barnett. Let's see if he can get us in the hit column.
Into the windup and the pitch.
Ball.
And a fastball just below the knees, ball 1. Here comes the 1-0. Well hit the other
Good
way,
hit.
and it's into the gap.
And looks like he's just going to do just that. That's going to be a double.
He's digging for second. And he's in there safely. He's got a double.
Man, I don't think he could have bisected those fielders any better if he tried. Drove that one into the alley for a gapper that'll bring him easily into second base.
Coming to the plate now, Asdrubal Cabrera. And he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here.
There's our boy Raymond letting you know, Yankees, you suck.
And that's dead center for strike 1.
Oh, that's for
I
sure
shouldn't have
going
sat
to be
on
a
that
pitch he
pitch.
wants back.
That
You're
was
not
my
gonna get
pitch.
many balls right in the wheelhouse from a top-level arm like this.
I wasn't expecting it to be right there. I was thinking it was going to come in more.
Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone.
Well, it's awful difficult, Matt, to hit when you find yourself down 0-2, particularly when you haven't even swung the bat yet. Now you're in protect mode, and you haven't taken one swing.
Swung on in the dirt for the 3rd strike. And he makes the throw to first. Cabrera is retired, 2 down now.
Good pitch there. That was a nice job by his battery mate to complete the play first after the ball hit the dirt.
Got me probably on that split fingered again. I tell you.
Here's the first baseman, James Loney, hit on the ground down the first baseline. But this is foul for the 1st strike.
Come on, Loney, let's Let's get him home.
I'm set with the 0-1. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. So back-to-back sliders for strikes. Does he come back with yet another?
Normally not a good pitching plan to throw the same hitter the same pitch 3 times in a row, but both of those sliders
It'll be
back
split
were so
fingered.
good, I might just go ahead and try to throw another one.
Now this is
Ooh.
up and in, and I don't think he likes that location much. It's ball 1.
I don't think anybody would.
Anytime you buzz the tower like that, there's reason for people to start getting a little bit edgy.
Come on,
Here he
Schmo.
comes on a ball.
I should have knew better there.
The side is retired. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors.
So
and
probably
one
2
man
innings
left to
here.
work. We'll go now to the top
Other
of
than
the
the hit.
third. And we are tied 0-0.
I like that image there. I like how they...
Welcome back to this MLB Network broadcast from St. Pete, Florida. Nice look there at nearby
How they made the
Clearwater.
porch all
Now at the
dark
plate,
blue.
Vaughn Madison. He's the number 7 hitter, but he's leading off the third after the first 6 guys in the lineup have been retired in order.
Yeah, it's been a great start to the guy on the mound.
I think
It'll
that's
be
a
interesting
new
to see if
player
they
on
can
the
find a way to
Yankees,
get to this guy before
if I'm
he really
correct.
settles in.
Incoming.
Out of play.
Oh, excuse me.
The windup and the 0-1. And this one's downstairs. It's a ball and a strike.
He's got a ball? TMI.
Late that time for a strike.
In for the hills there, Rook.
The 1-2 pitch. Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning. Still far too early for any semblance of a race to take shape, but we'll give you a look anyways at our standings here in April. Stepping in, Eduardo Nunez, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one.
I will say this really quick. I think Baltimore is going to do good this year. They went 20-9 in spring training, so as Zobrist catches for out number 2 there. But they went 20-9, and they look pretty good this year. So we might have our hands full with
into the windup
Baltimore.
And that one right down Main Street.
You know what? That ball's right down the middle. I think he was taking first pitch, just really trying to measure it.
Third inning, no score to this point. Slow curveball, like a balloon, and he couldn't hold back. It's strike 2.
This is part of what makes him one of the best pitchers in the game. He pounds strikes, and his stuff is really tough to make contact with. And when you fall behind,
there's a swing and a ball hit in the air, and a ball that he got every stitch of, as that one, without a doubt, is gone.
I don't know how he hit that on how low I put that.
So